It's been very well since I've been giddy. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk to Talk. Today, I have a very special guest near and dear to my heart. She is doing wonderful things in the community. I think you guys should definitely check out. It's something that means a lot to me, and I think it's something that needs to be heard. If you don't mind, for the first time, for the people that's watching, you give a little background about yourself?
My name is Shelia Tyson, and I have a nonprofit called Coming of Kings, Our Future Leaders. We're held at the Rec Center every Saturday from 1 to 3. And what we do is we mentor young men, ages 10 to 19.
That's amazing. For a lot of people that don't know, when did you want to start the Coming to Kings?
We started in 2018.
Oh wow!
October 2018, we had our first thing at the Edgewood Library. And that was pretty good. It turned out really, really good.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm so happy that you're doing this. What made you get into this field of like mentoring young men? Because I know, as in generations and in years, like we definitely needed some guidance. And what was like, I don't want to say like the final straw, but like what was like, you know what,
What's
something
going on in the world?
Yeah, like
what's going on in the world was driving me crazy. Every day on TV, you see these kids killing each other, getting killed, just like nobody had direction.
That's very
Nobody
that's
had
true.
direction. So that's what really made me start Coming to Kings, and that's what we do. We guide our young men. The purpose of the program is to involve young men with positive interaction with successful older men.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I think we were talking, earlier off Kevin. It's like, my whole thing too was like, not everyone's gonna go to someone if someone ain't live it, So we need like, I think I was telling, my co-host Axel was like, well, how can I go to another 20-year-old with a problem if we're going through the same thing?
Yes. Well, that's what's going on in the world. They're going to each other with their problems, and you can't help each other if you're in the same situation.
You can't.
So what they do, the older men teach them. They teach them how to make good decisions, make good choices, keep them out of trouble. We let them know anything you do right now can affect you for the rest of your life.
Oh, I think that's something that they definitely need to hear, because that's very true. Like what you do now goes on like your permanent record, and then that can just stop you from trying to be the best person that you want to be.
Kids being kids, it can affect them for the rest of their life, and that's what they need to understand.
I think that's something that I haven't heard in a while either, with all this turmoil and chaotic and kids being kids, and then nowadays I didn't think I would see where it's like I hardly even see kids out like
they don't
now.
No more. They don't.
They don't do. I haven't seen a kid ride a bike. I think the most I've seen in my neighborhood is I see two of the same older gentlemen playing cornhole. No, like older gentlemen, just no kids bouncing the balls or like nothing. Like no kids running up and down the street. And I'm just like, wow, like. I'm not even 25 yet, but I was like, man, even like when I was 10 years ago, like it was all outside. The green box was out, like
it was
the green box was the local meeting point.
Just playing games on their phone, and it just,
Do you think we need some more camaraderie between us to like,
yes.
I'm like, even though I do a podcast and I'm all for electronics, I do definitely see where it is like it's all they want to do now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to be off to themselves,
Yeah.
Even when the kids are together, everybody's got their phone and everybody's doing something different.
Yeah, I read on the list you gave me too is that you guys play chess.
Yeah, every week.
Every week.
We play chess. Yeah.
I love that.
Chess helps them with life skills. Chess helps them with so much. Concentrating, problem solving.
Absolutely.
Thinking about that move before you actually make it.
Yes, and when I read it, I was like, that is that's so important. And I read too, where it's like, chess can teach you that patience too, where it's like, don't rush. Let it take its course.
When they're playing, they're quiet, and it's the competition.
Oh, yeah.
The young men need,
Yeah, that like literally like just blew me out the world, because like, man, I never thought about just
being so close to life skills.
Yeah, I never would have thought of putting two to two together. Like I understood it somewhat, where it's like, all right, patience is key. And one thing when I do play chess, like it always teaches me to be patient. Like
You have to be.
always like, hold
Pay
on,
attention, focus.
Yes.
A lot of kids don't focus, but in chess they focus.
Yeah, they focus really well.
Mhm.
I'm so happy that you have them do that, because there's, certain spots where, they just, well, it's a safe place for kids,
Yeah,
and
it
but
is.
we got the games and all that. We're not teaching real life lesson skills here that will advance them in the world.
And that's what we're doing. We encourage them to set goals. We encourage them, like some of the kids want to go to college. Okay, if you want to go to college, we're gonna help you get there.
I love that.
Whatever they want to do, we're gonna make sure we help them get there.
I love that.
Some of them want to do. I partner with businesses. I partner with other organizations, but I'm looking for men entrepreneurs just to come in and talk to the kids. Let the
Yes.
kids know how they got to where they are, what to do, so that way the
Yeah.
kids can be open and running their own business if that's what they want to do.
I would absolutely love that. I think coming into like my business too, it's like
Mhm.
ain't no one gonna love your business like you,
Right, right,
and no one gonna nurture it like you, and then
right.
there's nothing like having your own.
Yes, yes.
Where
That,
you see your hard work pay off.
a lot of kids that's all I'm gonna start my own business. Well, how you gonna do that? Then they don't have no answer. Everybody gonna have their own business. Well, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm just gonna have my own business.
You hit them with what's your groundwork? What's your layout plan?
Yeah.
You got investors, like
That,
and I'm so like appreciative that you're teaching them that, because that was something that like I had to go through, and like thank God I had role models, like my mother, like AJ, like a lot of people that own their own businesses. Even when I was just sitting in with meetings with like you or my mom and some other ones, like, oh, so like this is how it goes. Like there's a lot of things that go in.
A lot of work.
Absolutely. Woo. Absolutely.
And one thing about these kids, like going on job interviews, some of them just don't know what to do. So we had a workshop where we taught them how to write resumes, and they wrote their own resumes. We helped them. And then we sat at a table. We had job interviews. We had jobs that they could apply for. They filled out the
Oh my
application.
gosh, that's awesome.
And we sat there with them, and they let them go through the job interview. They told them what they done wrong, what they need to do.
That's awesome.
How to dress. That's another
Ooh,
thing.
How did that?
How to dress in job interviews, because
yeah,
you gotta separate it.
You gotta
set. That street stuff you don't bring.
You don't bring it to the workplace.
It's cool on the block, but when you come
to work, I need you to get your button down. I need you to have your khakis ready. I need you to have the correct shoes. I think you're really setting examples of what like I think that we needed like in school. Like I think in school we just touch on it. Like not
touch on it now.
I don't think they touch on it now. I know when I was going up in high school, we had like I want to say it was like at least like 3 or 4 days that we were actually talking about this is what you want to do for a job. They didn't really go into details. It was like this is how you write a resume.
Right.
This is the correct way of doing it. And I think they only touch on it, but I think we really need to go in depth with it, because I don't think school teachers like once you out there, you out there.
Exactly. This guy named Dan Rodriguez, he wrote something in the Baltimore Sun on September 9th. They interviewed the Squeegee kids.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they talked to him and they asked him about school. And here are some of the comments that really stuck with me. I had to keep this. Yeah. The kids said they don't teach life skills in school. They don't teach us what we need to do to survive. And they said they don't teach us how to be black men.
Oh.
Those are the 3 comments this is why these kids are out there trying to make money on the street, because school is not teaching them what they need.
No, I 100% agree with them.
And that's what we do at Coming to Kings. We are teaching them life skills. We are teaching them what they need to know to survive.
We
are helping them along the way.
Yeah, because one thing that stood out right there is just like they do not, even though I know certain times you can't go out, the outspector rams of your school career, but they really, being a black man in this world is hard. It's hard,
yeah.
And that's something that I really do think that they should teach. I think one person in my school, his name was Mr. Harris, and I never forget, I wanted to take African American history so bad. I wanted it so bad.
Because he was teaching.
And one thing that he said to me that really still resonates with me is like, I'm going to teach you things not from this book, but for what it really takes and what it really be. And I was like,
and that's what you needed.
wow,
That's
like
what you needed, yeah.
because I think a lot of people like to sugarcoat stuff. I think a lot of people are hiding things where it's like if you address them firsthand, then we know how to go. I mean, I'll never forget the conversation where I think every mother has to like their black son was like they're gonna look at you different, and I still remember me not like understanding where it's like,
because you're a kid.
I'm a kid too. Look, I know you're a kid,
but society's
but
not looking at you.
Society's not going. And then
Yes.
I'm still like a teenager, so like I'm still already like 6'1", like 200, and they're like, and she's like, look at you,
you're a grown man.
You're a big grown black man. And I said, what's that guy?
Yeah,
like what do you mean? Like what are you talking about? I'm just a kid. So I think definitely like
they need to know.
We need to know that, and we need it to be addressed that like it's certain things is not fair.
Talked about in school they should teach you something, but they can't teach you something they don't know anything about. How many black correct. Men were in your school? 1, 2?
Maybe even if that. I remember Mr. Harris, and I don't count like the basketball coaches because they're not.
They're sports.
They're sports. So I want to say maybe. Yeah, I think maybe I had like 1 or 2.
Yeah, because he owned all 3 of my kids in school, my grandkids in school. No more than 1 or 2 maybe outside of the sports realm.
And that's something that I think the school system needs to address.
That's what Coming to Kings has. I bring black men in to teach these black boys. Because when they're sitting there looking, they're looking at black men doing something. So they're looking at themselves like, well, he can do it, I can do it.
And that's 100% true. That's black excellence.
Yeah, that's important for these kids.
It's very important.
They need to look at somebody that looks like them. Okay, well, I can do it,
Absolutely. And I always try to, there's always the ways of getting it done. There's always ways of doing it. I also see, I want to see if you have any comments on this, but I see a lot of people just trying to fit something that they're not because others are doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And like I thought we were in like I thought we like broke away from that where I thought certain people would be able to be like, no, I don't want to do it the same way as they do it.
But you're a kid. Think about being a kid and being in an environment where everybody's doing something, whether it's wrong or right. You don't want to be outside of that circle.
That's true.
That's another thing we teach them, how sometimes you're going to have to be the one to take the lead. Coming to Kings are future leaders. We're teaching them to be leaders. So when everybody else is doing something crazy, you got to be the one to step out.
I like that.
Somebody will follow. It only takes one person to step out. Everybody does. Yeah, one person to argue against the one that wants to do it, and you have other people following you. And that's what we're trying to teach these kids to do what they're supposed to do. Be the leader of the gang. Bring all the kids to do what's right. But you got to know what's right first.
Fair.
So that takes a lot. And
it does.
It's not always easy. It's not always easy because we talk about what's going on in the world today. We talk about the struggles that they have. Coming to Kings, everybody has a voice. They have ideas. They have thoughts. And we listen.
I love that.
And we listen.
Because I do feel sometimes they feel like they're not heard. But I think you giving them a place to feel comfortable.
To talk, speak your
mind. To talk, speak your mind, and not have someone that's like biased or being like, well.
Or parents telling shut up, sit down, shut up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was like.
Parent, I know. Sit down, shut up. Do what I told you.
Yeah, I think I think with that is like fantastic because like if I had like a spot, where it was just like free flowing, like
be yourself. Be yourself.
Be yourself. You don't have to be anyone else.
We're gonna correct you. You get because some of the kids they really talk kind of like, come on now, really, really. Now how you gonna do that? Why you gonna you gotta ask them why. Some kids just love to be in trouble. Why? Why you got to be a class clown? But you're gonna be a comedian when you grow up.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna be like you're gonna be a comedian. I don't mean, but like
you gotta straighten out sometime. But it's the parents need to bring the kids in. The thing about the age group, what is it? I guess maybe the age group is 10 to 19. The older kids are not going to come unless someone tells them.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones whose parents bring them, the parents got to bring them in order for them to get what they need.
I think bringing them in will be like one step of being like, look, I believe in you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And since I believe in you so much, I'm going to put you in and network you with these people that also they don't even know you, but they believe in you, and that means like so much to being like a person I don't even know believes in so much in me. Like I feel like they don't know how good that feels.
Right.
And and just having one thing I always talk about on the podcast is just having that support system means everything to where they're like. They're not going to be like, I don't think you should. Well, go ahead and try it. Try it once. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out.
Yeah, we'll try something else.
We'll try something else to really work. There's always a drawing board that we can go back to. And I think if just that safe environment, like, just gets me like giddy. Like, they're so good out here. And we just need parents. We need y'all to drop them off. We need
them, yes.
And we need y'all to because I think that will be like a huge step.
It would be.
It's a huge step. So I also seen that you bring in politicians in there as well.
We bring in politicians. We bring in police officers. We bring in anybody that's doing something positive. Anybody's doing something positive, we bring them in to talk to the kids. One guy was flying drones. That's what he did.
Oh, wow.
He brought his drone and he let the kids fly him.
Oh, I know they were having a whole ball with that.
They enjoyed that, yeah. Yeah, we bring them in and they talk to the kids about what they're doing, I mean, the politician, Andre Johnson, came in. He gave them cards and told them who he was, and they can call him if they got issues. You guys can talk about it. You guys you guys can do something about it.
Absolutely, we can. Oh man, Andre Johnson was down there. Wow.
Melvin Taylor was running for mayor. He came through.
Wow.
He told the kids about why he was running, and just to give. If you want to be a mayor, if you want to be whatever you want to be, you can be. And we're bringing the guys through to let you see.
I love that because there's nothing like actually having the representation right there in front of you. I mean, they got you, and you do a lot, and I know that means a lot. And then just having like this whole team.
I stay in the background. I'm the director. I put it together, but I stay in the background. The men talk to the boys. The men guide them. I just put it together.
Hey,
But as far as talking to the boys, they need a man.
That's true.
A male figure.
I always try to play both sides. I grew up with just majority of my mom, and like I understand somewhat, but I definitely do get words like, "I love you, mom," but like, I think I need like a man's. I need a man's, word. I need a man say. I need someone, like you said, someone that looks like me. Someone who. Been through these ways and these obstacles to be like, you know what, it's a better way of doing this.
Yes.
You may think you got it all right now, but let me tell you, there's different ways of doing that.
Because these boys go through different experiences, and you have to be able to relate. And only a man can relate to what a boy's going through.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Can't relate, And then a lot of these boys are coming from single family homes, just their mom and their grandma, and they had enough of a woman. So when they come to the king, they won't talk to me like, somebody just look at me like, who are you? What are you talking about?
What are you doing here?
I always ask the guys, can you tell them this? Can you do, because I never want to be, sometimes I have to. Sometimes I have to. But most of the time I just stay in the background and let the men deal with them.
How did you go about making this team that you have of the mentors coming in? How did you go about that?
Talking to them, talking to my neighbors, talking to them, hey y'all, we need to do this. And they've been there since day one. Day one.
That's awesome. I love this whole community effort of it because it takes
the community.
I still stand by like it takes a village.
It does. It
definitely takes a village because I definitely had some interventions where family, friends, when they're like, hold on, Saquon. It's like, oh, no, not you. Oh, no, not you. I'll never forget. I was walking down. My mom was like, don't leave the house. I'm like, look at the store. Give me some snacks or whatever. Yeah, she's busy. She got time. I pick up the phone. It was one of my neighbors like, where are you going? I was like, where are you even at the scene? Your car's not here. Like, it really took like a village. I'm like, well, let me go U-turn then, because
you need help. You can't do it all by yourself. Especially being a single woman or a single man raising a kid. You're working and you're taking care of the household. It's hard. So by the time your kid is 13, he know better. So you leave him home and you do what you got to do because he know better.
Yes, man.
That's the age when they really don't know better.
No,
they're following everybody.
Absolutely, because I don't think I would have been walking to the store if someone been like, "Hey, I'm about to go down here too." Oh, well, let me walk with you.
Yeah.
Well, let me walk with you, knowing I'm not supposed to. So, man, it really does take a village. It really does.
And also, mentorship gives these young men that avenue to where they can say things that they might not be able to say at home or say to their mom.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To these men, you have to talk to men about things that you can't talk to your mom about.
Yeah, most definitely. I've had some of those conversations where it's like, yeah, I don't think I want to go to my mom with this one.
Right. So you need a man to talk to. And I know Mike, one of the guys was in plays, and he had a play at his school. And Mike went to his school to see his play. And he was so happy.
Oh, man.
He was just so happy, Another guy was big. He was just a big guy. He never played football. Mike said, "You need to play football. You need to try it." And he went out for football, and he loved it. Mike went to one of his games, just to support him.
And that's that support.
Nobody ever told him to
go out.
Football. Yeah.
Wow. You just a lot of power.
Yeah, it is. Like, just talk one-on-one talking.
I do kind of prefer one-on-ones than like group things, because I always feel like one-on-one I get that like attention.
You get that special attention. You need it.
I think everyone needs some one-on-one time.
Special attention. But the thing about the group thing, they feed off of each other. So that's a plus too.
Oh yeah.
Each other.
How does one of those group sessions go about?
They're talking about whatever it is whatever Mike is teaching or Rick is teaching. They sit in the group settings and they teach and they ask for feedback. It only takes one person to say something, then everybody else has.
It's like a wildfire now. Yeah. I love that effect so much, because sometimes I know I've been in certain groups. And you're like, I don't think that person's listening, and then as soon as one person chime in, they be like, "Well, I thought about this." Like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Come on, speak your mind, brother. The floor is yours.
That's why it's so good to have a group of peers, all of you looking alike and around the same age and going through the same thing. You can work with each other like that. A lot of times they'll pair off and they make friends with each other, call each other outside. So it's a positive friendship.
Oh, it's very positive. Like, what I'm seeing, like the whole camaraderie that you're building too, where it's like, not only are we, trying to take them down the right path, but we're building like friendships that can last a lifetime. And not only are we building these friendships, but we're building future leaders. So it's like, boom, I got two right here. Two leads to another two. And it's just, now you know it. You got like 40 people now, like already.
And like in the end, what I want them to graduate, go to college, do your whatever it is you're going to do, but come back.
Oh, yeah, I would love.
Give back to the next generation.
You got to give.
Where you got that domino effect.
Absolutely.
It becomes a big community of men trying to help the next generation.
Oh, yeah, I definitely see that. I know man, I'm going to school, but like I had some younger, I deal with technology and being on social media all the time. I always try, and I always, it makes me feel older sometimes than what I am. Because like my little cousin, he's like 10, and he's like, "Oh, how do you work this? How you work that?" I'm like, I get to teach you something? Like, no way. Like, and like, I think my mom said it to me earlier today, where she was like, sometimes you mentor and you don't even know it.
Right,
I'm like,
you are.
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm just talking about things that he just finds interesting and I find interesting, and tell him like, if you do, there's ways to go about it. I didn't. This is, I had a mentor and I was self-taught a little bit, but I was like, you can, go further than me. You can go, like, imagine you can go to school with this, and like your family. So like, you don't think this will resonate like to you? Like, no, by all means. Like, if I'm not here 1 week and I feel like you think you can run this, then like by all means, we are going to teach and we're going to keep teaching, and I'm going to keep bringing in people, because like in business, it's one thing to have investors and silent people in there and people who aren't friendly, but it's like another thing to actually have like a family and your mentors, like family. Like there's nothing about that. I also think with coming to Kings, it's like you build family
Yes.
as well as you're in there.
Yes. I talk to the parents, I want them to be a part of it as much as they can, as far as what's going on. And sometimes, a couple of moms had issues with their son, so they'll go to one of the mentors and talk to the mentor, and the mentor talk to their son, especially when it comes to respect.
Yeah.
Boys get a certain age and they think they just
they can just say anything.
they want, and this is what them boys need.
Yeah. As a boy, you were exactly right. I think every boy that turns into a man had that phase where it's like, you can't say nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say nothing to me.
And the thing about kids, they don't want to disappoint you.
No.
And when you have a mentor or that fist in the house, that man is that fist.
Mm-hmm. That
yeah.
And I just want you to say disappointed because it was like it was never the I'm mad at you, or it was always that like I'm disappointed in what you did. It was like,
and that hurt you more than anything else.
That hurt right here.
Yes.
Not disappointed.
Yeah.
It's like disappointed is like you knew better. I taught you better and I raised you better and you still.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Shelia. Yeah, they don't want to. They want to make.
No.
They want to do right.
Absolutely.
So it's.
I think coming to Kings is amazing. I think we definitely need more parents. We need more eyes on this.
Yes.
Most definitely we need more
men
eyes.
coming through just to say, hey, how you
hey, I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
I think that would be great if
their story. We need to hear their stories. Like your story too. We need to hear different stories. Like
most definitely. I think how you said that and like how I want like one of my podcasting phrases, literally everyone has a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a different perspective, a way of thinking, or a different way of thinking about a situation that what you would do and what I would do is completely different. And this is why I made this podcast.
Right.
I love to hear other people's stories. I love to just hear different perspectives of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Young, older, like right now, the same age as me. Like I just love it all. I think a lot of times in this generation too is that, we don't listen. We're talking back to just get a response back. We're not really digesting the words that are being said to us. And I think once we get to that point where it's like, I'm not listening to a rebuttal. I'm not listening just to even just say something back. I gotta truly like listen and understand and really just think about those words. Because sometimes people say something, but you really gotta understand the underlying meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still learning to this day.
Yeah, we all are.
I'm still learning. So I think becoming the Kings and like what you're doing, it's just
it's going to help. It's going
to help so much.
My whole purpose for this is to help the next generation. Help the next generation. They need help.
Absolutely.
Help. My age group, they need our help.
Yeah, I think that was like the perfect age group. That 10 to 19 is so detrimental to a person because it's like in those years you really find out like who you are, what you really envision yourself for. I think I got to 19. I was like, I like dealing with electronics.
Okay.
Let me get on the path for that. And then it didn't get to where I was like at least 20, 22, where I was like, ooh, I think podcasting is about to listen to a lot of podcasts. So why don't I go?
Start my own.
Yeah, why don't I? It was during that time where I think it was a scary time for everyone. It was during the COVID. It was during COVID where I didn't know what I was going to do, and thank God for my support system and my support team. They were like, try it.
Right.
You may not like it. You may love it. Mm-hmm. And I've been going here for about almost 2 years strong now.
That's what you like to do.
Yes, ma'am.
But this year we're going to take the kids. We took them to the museum in DC, the African American Museum. We're going to do that again. There's so much history in there, and they just need to know.
I love the museums.
Yes, we took them to Morgan State University, so we're going to take them to another college campus.
That's awesome. What other campuses are you thinking of?
Morgan is so close. It's just so easy to get a bus to go to Morgan. So just for them to get the feel of the campus.
Yes, I think that
I'm
feeling
looking
is.
forward to it. The kids, I want to go to college because they enjoy the environment.
Oh yeah, I think with that too, like the environment and then like
Mhm.
the freedom you get as
Mhm.
well, and look,
The
I'm
buildings that
the
they can
build. Oh
stay
my
in. Yeah.
gosh, the
Like,
dorms.
I can live here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I like how you did that because like you get that feel of like, oh, I'm already, just I'm already walking on campus.
Right, right. I can do
This can
this.
be
So
me in a
that's,
couple
yeah.
years.
Yeah, we take them bowling all the time just for fun, just to get out the building. But this year we're gonna take them fishing. We took them on the
Wow.
boat ride before. We took them. I think the guy went to Elkton back and told the history of
Okay.
Susquehanna. So we're going. Hopefully, we'll get a boat ride to where you can go fishing out there in the
Oh
water. I
yeah.
would like that.
I
So
don't think I've ever done fishing on a boat, but
boat
I
ride.
love fishing. Like me and my uncle will go. I never understood how therapeutic that was
Hmm.
until like I got older. You just sit out there, hear the waves. Like,
Just think of the kids that's never been fishing. They getting on a boat and they get to get a fish. That's gonna.
oh yeah,
The thing is, take them out
take them
their
out the car.
environment. Take them out their environment. Say there's a big world out there. This is not it. There's so much more out there.
I love
You
that
know.
because I know being here sometimes in Norfolk County, I hear a lot of people that never get out. But man, I just wish I could just get out and explore. The fact that you're doing that with them at an early age is like
So they can
there's so much more than just right here.
here in this corner, this little And we're gonna do this. This is something that we're gonna take them on a nature walk.
Ooh,
We'll take them on a nature walk.
you figure out
One with nature.
ain't nothing wrong with that. You
Might
ever
not be my thing, but
you ever thought about a trail or anything like
we're
that?
gonna find one. We're gonna
I
find
think that
one.
would be I think that would be cool too. I don't
One
think
with
a lot of
nature.
them. I don't think a lot of us go on trails.
We don't.
A lot of us don't get in tune with nature or
Mhm.
actually really
And that's important.
appreciate it.
That's important. Yep, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a lot of different things this year. So it's I'm excited. I mean, I love seeing them kids come in. I love seeing when they talk to each other. I love seeing when they're learning. I'm gonna jump on the books because my latest project, I wrote books for Coming to Kings.
Oh, okay.
But my
Yeah, let's
latest
talk about that.
project is the leadership workbook.
Oh man, if you
And I'm gonna give you that one. You can just
oh
skim through
man.
it.
Look at this, everyone. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
I just got a soft copy and a hard copy.
Oh man, leadership workbook.
Skim through
I
it. It
love
shows
that.
you some of the things that we teach them. This is not all. This is just like our first one. This is for like the younger ones. I'm working on
Okay,
another one for the older kids too. That'll be more in depth.
okay. Oh, ooh, workbook topics. You got
Yeah.
leadership, discipline. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I like how that's like one and two. Like
Hmm.
leadership and discipline are literally effective communication. That's definitely a big one too. I think a lot of people don't really express what they want to say, and they just hold it in, and
They
then you
don't
just
understand how effective talking to people.
get. I had to learn that too. You got goal setting, social etiquette, big one too. Big one. Problem solving, conflict resolution. It's a big one we need. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. I think a lot of these young men, and I'm guilty of it myself, is literally,
Hmm.
conflict resolution of being. I just got to an age where it's like it's okay to agree to disagree,
Right,
and
right.
still have the relationship afterwards.
Everything is not a fight. Everything you gotta.
Sheila, oh man,
Everything is not a fight.
oh man.
But yeah, that's something you have to be taught though.
Yeah, you got anger management, dealing with change. Oh, time management's a big one for me too. Accountability, ethics, public speaking, habits of success, business management, financial literacy, higher education, job training, entrepreneurships. Oh wow, vision board.
Yeah,
Oh, reading, math, final quiz, civics. Oh wow,
yeah,
so you got
reading
the
and
whole
math, and this is just the first one. I still have another one
really.
that I'm working on right now. That's going to get more in depth, and that'll be for the older kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get
But
sign me up for
reading
that
and
one.
math is so important today because this cell phone, this texting, this kids are not reading anymore.
No,
Kids are not writing anymore. Everything is on their phone. They don't have to spell a word because the phone is going to spell it
no,
for
has
them.
that autocorrect.
That's hurting.
Oh, I
That
can
is
definitely
certain.
see that. I can see that a lot because tell someone to write someone a letter, and I can already see some people like, I don't even know how to start it. It's
You
like,
get your phone and figure, yeah, you
you know,
gotta get Google everything. Let me Google how to write this letter. Let me Google how to spell it.
yeah. Oh
How
man,
do a letter see, Yes.
you are. That's something that really is important
I
too.
have
Like,
an English major that comes in and helps out.
oh,
We're
that's
going we're
fantastic.
going back to the basics. I'm gonna have them write about themselves. Everybody has a story and everybody loves to talk about themselves.
I like that. I actually had a teacher who I thought I had problems writing until it just came about myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like write about yourself. I was like, oh, that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, that's when you get to oh no, your comma goes here. Your period.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so.
Thing about having
Oh
them write
man.
about themselves, they're gonna be happy to write, so they're just gonna start writing, about what they like and what they don't like
And
and
that
what they
just
want to do.
leads on.
But then that's when I get to look around and see who's really having issues reading and writing and spelling and all of that. And so when I notice the issues, that's we can bring the English major in and he can help out one on one without them really knowing,
Without really,
without everybody else knowing,
yeah.
because some of the kids have issues. And you can have a kid that's 16 to 17 that can't read and write and not know it. The reason why, because you send them to school every day, so you just assume
You
he's passing all his classes, and you assume my kid's okay. And you don't ask him to read or write anything. And they play it off. Or they do different things just so nobody knows.
Yeah, I think
Start
that was
acting out.
that's something big.
And that's the life of a criminal. You can't grow by not reading that.
Yeah,
How you
you
gonna get a
definitely
job?
can.
How you gonna fill out an application if you can't read?
Yeah, that's
And nobody's paying attention. It,
I never
the
really like
schools
thought
got
about
so
it.
many. The teachers got so many kids in their class. How
It's
are you
hard to
gonna?
even keep up.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up
How
with
are
all
you
of
gonna
them.
know?
Someone's gonna slip. Some, not even someone. A good bit of them. And I think you really. I'm sitting here just thinking like, dang, how many people really did just like fake it till
I've
you
seen
make
on
it.
the news in Baltimore where this lady graduated from school and she can't read and write and couldn't count. And yeah,
What?
yes, but she made it through life. She just faked it, but she know people were ripping her off. Wasn't giving her the right change. How she gonna know?
That's
And when I saw the news, that's when I implemented reading and writing too. We need to
yeah.
make
Cause
sure these kids can read and write.
I
We
can only
need to
imagine like
make
just
sure
being ripped off for years and like knowing it but not
you
knowing
don't
it.
know.
Well, yeah, she's not gonna. Yeah, you're right. She's not gonna
Assume
know. She can't.
everybody's
She
honest.
can't read.
I'm just gonna assume everybody's
That's
honest. I went to a fast food. I'm cheap. I count. Okay, it's gonna cost this much. So when he rung it up, I said, "How much is tax? That's a lot." And then he rerung it and gave me back $1.50. So how many people are they really? Because
how many people
you use
really
your card.
know.
We use our card. We don't ask them.
No,
We
we
don't
don't. We don't.
look.
We just
We
automatically
just
assume that it's
go get
right.
that Happy Meal with that number 6 and give them the card and go about our business. One day it's $9. One day it's $11.
You're like,
We be like, this went up, but we keep on going.
oh
We
my
never
gosh, and shit.
question,
I
and we don't
feel
even get receipts. We
like he was.
just
Like he was with me at the store the
go
other
ahead.
day. Where I bought like 4 things,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like $20. I was like, $20.
Did you look at your receipt? You didn't even get a receipt, did you?
I didn't get a
There
receipt.
you go. Y'all gotta look at them
I did
receipts.
not get a
People are
receipt. I
taking
did
your
not
money
get a
every
receipt.
day. I believe
I
it.
was like, man,
Everywhere I go, I get a receipt now.
I'm gonna start doing that because I literally I had like a Gatorade. I had like 2 bags, like 2 little bags of chips, and I had some peanuts. And I was just looking, and I was like,
Yep, and they make on people not.
20.
They making a people. They
And I
get
was
the
like, I know
receipt.
the girl had to be
We
like,
just
why are you looking at me like that? Because I was hearing her for $20 slow. Like,
I'm like, this, you should see. You gotta.
are you sure? I was like, you know what? There's a line. I'm like,
But I've learned
yeah.
before I go to the restaurant, especially if I want to pick up a few fast foods. I know all the time. I know how much it's going to cost before
Oh
I even
yeah, I
pay for it.
think that comes back to that math thing where
That we know.
never forget my mom made me do it at Royal. She was like, no, you're gonna do the change right here,
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you getting back? And I'm like, um, uh, So
She made you.
and I really found out, that I was like, okay, so this matters.
But
Can't
now
trust
you're
everyone.
using cards and you're not getting receipts, so kids don't even have to count their change.
No,
So yeah, it's important. Literacy is really, really important in today's world.
Yeah, everyone, please get a receipt. Please get a receipt. Please get y'all receipts.
Well, gotta add up
or add up or something. I don't want y'all to be like me and pay $20 for 4 items that I don't think
for $10, for $12, probably getting $12.
Like in my head, I was like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, 12. I was like 15, like the most. I was like, all right, 15 the most. 20. Okay.
He got 20. It's 20. Come on, give it to him.
Yeah. I was like, all right. I was like, the house wins this time. Won't win again.
Right, you gotta check it. You gotta check it.
I'm definitely excited.
Just through this workbook, it's specifically made to keep their attention.
What inspirations do you have?
That's kind of decorated just to keep their attention.
I like that. I like how it's also like, I think a lot of people need this too. It's like you're writing down.
Yeah, they're writing. Oh yeah.
Because I had someone earlier today. One of my mentors was like, an idea don't count unless it's on paper.
Paper, right.
I said, wow.
And this is theirs.
This is theirs. Like,
yeah.
You get to go home. Oh, man, I love this.
So telling us one thing, okay, I want to be this when I grow up, and writing it down, then you're going to look at it,
Oh, I like this one. Explain what you took responsibility for this week and how someone could depend on you.
They got to write it down. Don't just come tell us some stuff.
This is big.
Write it down, yeah.
This is big. Oh man. This is big. I am in love with this book. I'm in love with everything. Make sure. Oh, that's a big one for me too. I need to circle that right now. Make sure you have a backup plan.
right. That's important. Having a backup plan. Yeah, we're gonna make them write down the stuff. They're not gonna just sit in class and talk about it. They're gonna write it down. Then we're gonna come back the next week and they're gonna go over it.
I think that's amazing that you actually go over it too. And it's like, how did we do this week? Like, how did you feel this week? I like that.
And this is new. We're starting this year. The book.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
But before I wrote 3 books for Coming to Kings. Well, coloring book, a journal, and a children's book. And what made me write the children's book and the coloring book is moms would bring their sons in and they have their little sons that wasn't old enough. And they wanted to be a part of it. So the coloring book and the children's book will give them a chance because these pictures are things we've already done. Okay. And so I was just letting them know what a leader is, just different things. So that way they're preparing themselves.
Yeah, so I like that. I like how you're thinking about everyone. Yeah. It doesn't, yes, it's 10 to 19, but we have a little one coming to King, and he's coming soon. Like, just to feel included. And I think also with the parents doing that and like actually taking them home and reading it to them too, it's like, yeah, look, like this could be your big brother, like this your big brother right here. He's learning too, right there at Coming to Kings. It's just a family like oriented kind of thing.
That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to feel like.
Yeah, I love like everyone's in, and then I think. Just with the coloring books, like, all right, I'm gonna have my big brother read it to my little brother, and then we're gonna color together. Yeah. It's just that nice family oriented thing that like I think a lot of us are like missing out. I mean sometimes you can't help it, due to time, but it's all about making that effort.
Yeah.
Mom's not here, well let's do it together, me and you.
Because just like when we done the end of the year barbecue, we'll do that again, the whole family came. And we did in Hattie Grace where they got that park.
Oh, you had that. Oh, you had a big park.
You think kids are too old to play them?
You'd be surprised.
Had such a good time.
It'd be the older ones still on the monkey bars, like,
yeah. And I was just so happy to see if they could be kids.
I know.
Charging on wasn't Big Brother, wasn't running. They
were kids. Mm-hmm. I think some of them, mess up because I think we were talking about earlier. Sometimes being in a single household, you have to grow up a little faster than everyone else. You really miss out on that time of being. Especially, I had a young man on last week where I was like, I don't know how kids did it during like that COVID time of being like not being able to socialize with other kids and really just not being able to be a kid.
Right.
You got that taken away from them. And like I said, I commend you because, man, I don't think I could have done it like, growing up in my time, which is just crazy to say because it's really wasn't that far. Like it wasn't that long ago.
Long ago, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
The COVID thing, everybody was able to get on the computer. That's how they,
Mm-hmm.
their phones. That's how they socialize. But just being around, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think being around it because you get that feel of everything, like that, that high school feel, or you stepping up from elementary school to middle school now, and there ain't no line leaders, right? There's no line leaders in this one, So oh man, coming to Kings.
Yeah, we got a
let's see the coloring book. I would love to see. I would love to show you. Look at these. Look at this, everyone. This is amazing. Look at the artwork on there. I love the artwork already. I love that. Oh man, I got the chest right here.
Mm-hmm. Things that we
at the fire station, playing chess.
And those were actually viewed from pictures that we took when we were at those different places.
DJ booth, all the kids helping out.
Yeah, we had a DJ come in and show them how to do music.
Okay, they were on the turntables in there.
Love that.
Oh, this is the drone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. End of the year cookout. This is amazing this year.
That way the younger kids know what they're going to be doing when they come. So.
Oh man. Oh, I love that. I love that saying. Our future leaders. Morgan State. Oh my God, that's detailed too. That's very detailed. Oh wow. Even to like the bone. Oh wow, that's very detailed. Oh yeah, African American Museum. I love that. The boat ride.
Yeah, boat ride was nice because it was open.
Oh yeah. You get that nice wind on there too.
Yeah, it was relaxing. And the guy was showing them how
how to fish and wait.
How to drive the boat.
Better
on the wheel. They was excited about that.
I'm terrified driving the boat, but that seems so amazing. You got the game time. Councilman stops by. I like how when kids that already seen and been through that, they can probably go back and be like, man, I remember that time. Oh, chemical engineer. Oh, that's a big one.
Chemical engineer came in to show them, if they want to get into science, if they want to work on base, yeah.
Wow, chemical engineering that's a great field.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great field to have a mentor come in.
Yeah, I knew his wife. He said, I'll come in and that's what I'm talking about. Just coming and showing them what you do so they can see the different things that they can do.
Yes. On the water, I love his hair, by the way. I love his
my
hair.
Grandson, Armani.
Love it. Does he ever go back and look through your book and be like, that's me?
I don't even know if I told him. I don't know because I wrote a book just for him too. So he probably
you did?
His book.
Oh, that is love. Round talk, future leaders.
Round table talking. We just sit around and talk.
I like that because
they have different discussions.
That's definitely something I would have definitely loved growing up, just having a nice
open conversation,
open discussion about just like anything.
No judgment, just who you are and what you know.
Got the game room up here. Look, they over here playing air hockey. Wow. Eating at the restaurant.
Yeah, teaching etiquette. I had to show them how to use a fork and a spoon. And
the different cutting utensils.
And took them to the restaurant, and that was hard because they just couldn't understand why.
This spoon isn't used for this one.
You got to keep your voice down.
Yes.
We taught them how when you walk in, no outside voice in there. All that, people come in the restaurant yelling and getting, no, you can't do that. Yeah,
there's proper etiquettes to things. Oh man, I totally remember these videos.
Yeah.
I'm just a bill on Capitol.
Oh yeah, we teach them that they can create something. If they don't like something in their neighborhood, they can fix it. They can come up with their own law.
Oh yeah, I love this one. I'm not usually a colorer, but I can definitely see me in my office. What you doing back there? Just coloring, working on stuff.
I color book when somebody comes.
Oh man! And you're teaching them how to do the healthy way.
We bring bagels and have a vegetable platter, fruit platter every week. Water. We only drink water. We don't drink
no juices or anything. That's ooh,
no sugar.
yes.
You have a math professor come in, helps him with math, and he also is a chess master. He helps him
Oh
play
wow,
chess.
chess master and man.
He
Oh yeah,
teaches,
he's
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm. He is.
And these men are just volunteering. Just,
No, I paid a
oh, okay.
specialist. I paid a
Okay.
specialist. I have a journal. This journal is for our future leaders. And what it does, their aspirational goals as a leader. What are you doing today to meet those goals? You ask them that, and they got plenty of space to write it down. Every day, write down something you've done towards your goals. Just a reminder. Every day, read something new to help you achieve them.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a real good one.
Yeah. Then the last one is no matter how hard it seems, never give up on yourself. So this is a journal just for them, just for self.
I like that. I like everything about
And that's for
these.
anybody. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I like how it's for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for you and you. This is for everyone because I think everyone needs books like these just to decompress, to really put your thoughts down
Remind them,
on paper.
Yeah.
You know that look, man, today was all right, but tomorrow we're gonna make it. We're gonna try harder. We're gonna be better than we was the day before, and I think that's something that we definitely need to like. I don't want to use the word harp on them, but I like it's something that this really needs to be like instilled.
It does because nobody's really putting.
Yeah, no one's.
Go back to the squeegee kids. Nobody's putting in you what you need. Life skills, all of that stuff. Nobody's really doing that. I know some of these kids have low achievement levels. Some get suspended from school. One even got expelled from school. Some of them have issues, other issues, But we don't let that define who they are. You just got to work harder.
Love that.
And we let them know you just got to work hard. You might not be as smart or as bright as that. You just got to work harder.
Just got to work a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
Just put your feet down in the mud a little bit more.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to work harder. And I think sometimes you will see you outworking someone else that thinks that they're better than you. And you get that, I ain't with, I was like, you get that little self like, he got a B? Oh, I got an A. But that's because I work hard. It's in you.
It's in you. You just got to, what we're doing there is just pulling it out what's already in you.
I love that.
And I'm on the outside. I'm looking in, and I can just see so much. I can just see so much in these kids.
Yeah, I think it just takes people like you, and we need more of you to just be like, there's something in everyone.
Mm-hmm.
There really is.
Hide it sometimes.
Exactly. You just hide it. Sometimes you're just a little bit shy about it, but the way you bring out such a wonderful environment for people to actually be themselves. Is just, it means all the world to me because, a lot of people don't have that safe space, where they got to suppress their feelings or suppress their thoughts or think about a certain way because that's just how everyone else in the house thinks.
Some of these kids just have to be so hard for no reason, they just have to be hard, And you don't have to be.
No, you don't gotta be tough here. That's one of my biggest pet peeves was like, you don't gotta be tough.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be tough around me.
Yeah, nobody's challenging
you. That's why I love this podcast. I was like, you don't gotta put on no facade, man. You don't gotta put on no facade. I'd rather talk to you as you than talk to you thinking that you're Big Tony. No, man. Talk to me regular. I ain't gonna challenge you to nothing.
We listen to their challenges now. They go through some things. Listen, Then we also talked about like their forefathers, African American history. We talk about the things they overcame, so they understand. This is not going to stop you. It's just it's going to make you stronger for the next thing. We're going to overcome it. Talk about their challenges, what's going on in the world, and how it affects them.
Because
their voices are important. They really are important. And
just about to say that, like, it is, and the fact that you give them a safe space, like a platform to be like, yo, this is you. This is for you. This isn't because I know sometimes people get in that mixture and it's like, all right, this is self-loathing, and I'm doing this a lot, but what I'm gaining, y'all don't think like I'm gaining stuff just from looking at y'all being future leaders. Because I know there was a couple of times where I know some people would just be thinking like, oh, what's really the end game over here?
Mhm.
And it's like, nah, man. So the end game is seeing them be successful.
Yes, that's
Like
important. That's
we're
important.
trying to have, like you said, we're trying to have them come back to show, like, let's keep this repeating cycle. Like, let's break this curse. And one of my biggest things too was like, where you come from does not define who you are.
Yes,
It does not. Like, you can come from the worst of the worst, the baddest of the bad. I'm not going to look at you like he's a bad person because you grew up over there. Like,
and it's not only sports.
No.
That's going to get you out of your environment.
No.
These kids are so smart, but they hide it.
I've seen a lot of people like just suppress. Like, why would you suppress like your brilliance?
It's not cool.
And that's exactly, Miss Sheila. I'm trying to tell you, I was talking to a young gentleman the other day. Not the one I had on my show, but just one out on the street. We were talking. We were so in depth. We was having like a real good intellectual conversation. And one of his homeboys come back in the gas station. And it's just like,
got dumbing down. And that's what our young
that's what I'm saying, son. Like
they're dumbing down for that's what they're doing.
Bro.
We got us, and coming to Kings, they're not going to dumb down. They're not. They can't
no,
do that.
I love that exposition. Like, you're not going to do that here. You're not, because you don't need to. You're better than that.
Right.
Like, man, Miss Sheila, I am loving everything you're doing out here. Like, I love everything about it. Please, everyone, take the time out your day. Come check out Coming of Kings.
Check out the website. Check out the social media. Social media shows everything we're doing.
Yes.
Let them know everything we're about to do. So, yeah.
You have anything else up and coming for Coming of Kings?
Yeah, a lot of stuff up and coming. A lot of stuff. I said, get the kids in now. Now summer's over. Summer it slows down because everybody's on vacation and doing whatever they're doing. Now they're back in school. Now I'm going to visit the schools to make sure a lot of people still don't know we're here.
No.
So I gotta.
Oh, we will do everything in our power of the podcast of Brass Mill. And I'm pretty sure I can get Doc's probably on board too, as I see her commenting as well. But we will definitely try to do our best of making sure everyone should know about Coming of Kings, because it's something that's going to change. It's going to change these generations.
Yes, it's going to change the community. Harford County is going to change.
It's going to change Harford County. It's going to change Harford County for the better, because we need that. Because we definitely need that. We're like, it's getting a little crazy out here now.
Yeah, we got to reach back out and do what we got to do for the next generation.
Absolutely.
Moms need help. The moms need help. So
yes.
What I'm doing is bringing the men in to help.
Even if I gotta come in one of the Saturday, I don't.
On Saturday, come by just an hour. Just talk about what you're doing.
Absolutely, do not mind.
They would get it. You do a podcast? I want to do a podcast. We have people come in like
tell them how short the commute is. Like, no, we local.
Yeah,
this is local. Yeah. I can't love, man. I'm born and raised at Joppa Town.
But when they see somebody, I want to do that, and it gets exciting, because they can do it.
They can. Absolutely. Look, if I can do it, they can do it. And having leaders like you, I'm gonna call her Doc because we on Doc. Just having leaders like that. Elder, one of my mentors, Mr. Anthony Johnson. Just everyone just being like, look, man, I did it. Why can't you do it?
Right. And
it's like, And once I even think it's like a challenge.
It is a challenge.
That's a challenge. Well, I'm about to accept that. I'm about to.
Young men operate on challenges.
Sometimes
they operate on challenges.
Sometimes they need that, that competition to be like, oh, so you think I'm playing?
Oh, you think I can't do it? Watch me.
And it comes from one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar verses was like, I love when you count me out. Like, keep doing that. Yeah. Because when I prove you wrong, woo, I'm gonna be shining. Right. I'm gonna be shining.
That much more better.
Yes. For some of the people that want to get in contact with you and the Coming of Kings, do you have any contact information you would like to drop out here?
Everything is on the sites. Everything.
Everything.
The phone number, the email. Everything's on the website and social media. So yeah.
Okay, for everyone, the links are in the descriptions on the Facebook, on our Facebook podcast page, is on our YouTube. Miss Sheila's Instagram is also tagged in there, the Coming to Kings Instagram and the comingtokings.org. I really do hope you guys please follow up on that, because you guys don't know how much y'all would mean to these kids. Like, I don't care if you just a man or right, like just anything.
Yeah, sign up.
Sign up. We need this. We are trying to break it. We need
mentors. Sign up on the website.
They already got stuck on there. As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna go right to the website. I'm signing up for mine. I'm signing up for mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I think this is something that we definitely need, and I definitely think it's breaking a generational kind of curse where it's like, no, we're stuck to repeat. No, we're not.
You're not stuck now.
No, we're not stuck. We're gonna break it, and we're gonna make something new of it. So now this new generation is just gonna be all positive. We all gonna have that feeling of, oh yeah, we can all get out of here.
Yeah, they're gonna have each other's back.
Yes.
Yeah, T-shirts coming to Kings.
Oh, y'all heard that?
Got
the T-shirts coming too. Okay.
I don't know why I didn't bring a T-shirt.
Oh, let me know. Is that also on the website?
No. T-shirts. You got to come in and get the T-shirts.
Say no more. I'll stop by and I'll get my T-shirt. Okay, I definitely will. I appreciate you taking time out your day to come. Oh man, once I seen you at the executive suites, I said, me too. Because every single time I seen you come in, we're always talking about newer things.
But I was working on the books the last time.
Yes, the last time.
I got to finish this. I got to bring everything.
Oh, I'm so happy that you came in here today and brought this and just giving out some knowledge to these people and giving out some encouragement to, just in case if there was someone out there that was like, I was thinking about it. Well, now you heard it here first from Miss Shelia. Then let's get it. Let's do this.
Kings, come out, come visit. Come through, come visit. Check out the website. See what we're doing for the community.
Yes, most definitely. I would like to thank everyone who is watching, who will watch. You can find this on our Facebook, our YouTube. We're also on Apple. We're on Spotify, so definitely give this a listen. Give this a look if you want to look at our beautiful faces, because you know how we doing out here. Miss Shelia, guys, Sheila's dog. She's dripped out. I got my basic polo on, but you know what? We're doing great, trying to spread some good, positive information, and just trying to make the community better.
Yes, we're looking out for the next generation. We're going to raise a better generation.
Absolutely. So once again, guys, I appreciate you for taking time out y'all day to tune in with us, and tune in next week. And then we're definitely going to have you come back too. We definitely want some followers. Maybe next time we'll bring some. I took it right out of my mouth. We'll bring some, because I know they're going to be hyped. They're going to be hyped. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.